So I've been going on this adventure to Best Buy over and over and over again, because I have been interested in getting a tablet for drawing and photoshopping and doing a bunch of shit on, and using it as a laptop. So I've been going to these fucking Best Buys, and it has been quite the adventure. So, the first time I went to Best Buy, and I haven't been to Best Buy in a really long time, I go into Best Buy, I go to the fucking tablet, fucking iPad section, and there is a lady there that is standing at one of those, you know, those black and white, like, readers, like, that you really just read on. I don't know what else the fuck you would do on them. So I go into that section and she's there and she's trying to somehow get me to go from a tablet, a Samsung tablet, to a literal e-reader. She's like, what are you using it for? I'm like, oh, I want to draw and I want to be able to use it for like photoshopping and editing. And she's like, oh, well, if you like to draw on it. And I'm like, there is no way you're trying. There is no way that you're trying right now. You're trying to tell me that if I really like to draw and I just somehow decide I don't want to do any of these other fucking things I'm telling you, that I'm suddenly gonna want your black and white fuck ass stupid little reader. I don't know how to read, bitch. I don't know how to read. I only know how to draw little stick figures. So anyway, she was trying to fucking sell me on these. And I'm like, no, I'm okay. I got it. And then she was like, oh, actually, like, maybe you would like a Surface. You know, the Surfaces. You can use them like laptops. You can also use them as like touch pads, basically. And I was like, oh, yeah, I did actually look into that. And I wasn't super interested because I don't think it's the best for drawing. She then got really offended and stopped talking to me. She got offended and literally said, anyone else want to help this fucker out? She got offended. And it's like, I didn't even say anything bad. All I said was, yeah, it's really great as a laptop, which it is, because it's meant to more of be a laptop. But it's not as good for drawing because I watched a bunch of reviews of people that draw and they used it and it kind of wasn't great. Sorry, I don't know why that is somehow worse. Look at Huion an XP Pen. I have an XP Pen tablet. I just want to use something as also like a laptop. But I want to be able to draw on a screen. Basically, I want to be able to draw on a screen because it is helpful. Non-screen tablet is still good. It is still good. I just also want a laptop anyway. So I figure why not combine them? Because I do want a laptop in the first place. So anyway, I somehow offend her by saying the Surface is a really good laptop, but not as good at drawing. I complimented it. I said literally nice things. I said it is a great laptop. And then she said, I don't want to talk to you anymore. So anyway, she pulls over some other people that were really nice to me. And I was like, I'm looking at your open boxes. They're like, oh, yeah. Let's go look. And they look and the dude's like, hey, man, you said we had open boxes at this location? Fun fact. He was looking for like 10 minutes. I didn't read. I did not read. Their website did not have any. So about that, I was like, ooh, man, you were looking for a while, huh? Yeah, that's my bad. And he said, sorry. And I was like, no, I cannot read. So after that, there were a couple of other people that still wanted to come over and talk to me about the fucking tablets. And I was like, okay, I guess. And this lady comes over to me and she's like, yeah, I'm normally, and this is because I have a weird fuck ass job. So I go to Best Buy during the day. When everybody else is normally at work, I go during the day. And so the Best Buy is pretty empty and none of the employees have jack shit to do. Okay. So this lady comes over from another section because I guess she's fucking bored, saw the hubbub and said, ooh, fun times. And so she has her phone out and for like work purposes. I'm not saying that as, you'll see what I mean. Anyway, she's got her phone out and I'm like asking her questions. I'm like, yeah, do you know anything about this? And she's like, oh, I focus on mainly the AI aspect of this. I was like, oh, I actually don't want any of those features. It really sucks that those features are in this. And she was like, oh, like what features? And I probably shouldn't have said that because she was mainly focused. Look, I just don't want it. Like AI has its uses for very specific things where it can be used as a great tool. But for things like, oh, this tablet, you make a sketch of a cat and it'll turn it into AI art. Don't fucking want that. I'm sorry. That's a waste of the fucking processing power. I don't want that shit. So it's so useless. I feel like AI, I just spit everywhere. AI is just being used for really useless purposes, and it does have a use, i.e., like science, like actual real assistant kind of things. Anyway, I don't need to get into that whole 9 yards. Built-in AI. It's not great. It's like, I don't know. It's just not helpful at all whatsoever to me. And I don't want AI art. I'm sorry. Don't build that shit in. It's stupid. AI not being used for what it should be is a tragedy. People are using AI for what it should be used for. But no, there's not a lot of people talking about it because businesses keep implementing it in other so fucked up, ugly, stupid, ugly ways that it doesn't really get the good press because there's so much bad things people are doing with it. But anyway, it can be useful if used in the right ways. And I know it's not environmentally friendly. We don't need to get into it. Anyway, I said, I don't want the fuck ass AI on the shit, please. And she's like, oh, why do you not like it? I'm like, well, because I don't need, like, if I'm drawing, I don't want a sketch to automatically be turned into AI art. I don't fucking care about that. She said, oh, I didn't know that was included. Maybe that's like a different AI like thing like that they're using. I'm like, I don't know, dude. I'm pretty sure it's exactly what you're talking about. It is... I don't know, dog. So she's like, oh, it's probably not what I'm working on. I'm working on the good AI. I'm like, okay, dog. And so I'm asking her questions about this tablet because I'm like, hey, maybe you have more information than this. And she is just pulling up AI on her phone and asking it the questions that I am asking her. I could have done that myself, bitch. I honestly, Google will give me better information than what you're fucking doing. She is standing there just typing in what I'm asking her to AI. And it's not even right information. Anyway, whatever. It was so annoying. And so I'm like, okay, she's really useless. And I'm like, and she's just doing her job. And I get it. Like, I get it. She is doing her job. She is not specifically supposed to be in this area. But if you come up to me and you're trying to help me, you should know what you're talking about. I'm so sorry. But anyway, so I'm like, hey, like, do you know anything about, like, is this trackpad good on the keyboard? She's like, yeah, I have a guy that would totally be able to help you on that. I'm like, that is so sick and awesome. She goes and gets another guy. The guy comes over. I say, oh yeah, I'm looking at the trackpad version of this keyboard. He says, oh, it sucks. And I said, okay, that's great. Why? He's like, well, because you can just touch it because it's a touch tablet. I'm like, yeah, you're right. That's not what I fucking asked though. So I was like asking if the trackpad was any good for like when you don't want to use it, like a whatever, man. So anyway, I just was like, I'm just going to go and get a fucking mouse. So I got a mouse. This is the mouse I got. I spent, oh no, you can see there's already greasy. There's already greasy. Well, so if you want to get this fucking mouse, now you know. You can get grease on it pretty easy. Probably from eating chicken tendies at my desk. Hi, mouse. So this is the Logitech MX Master 3S. And what I did was I went into this Best Buy for the sole reason of fucking with the display mouses. Because it is so hard for someone with little hands like mine, little dainty little things, to get a mouse. because they are usually too big or uncomfortable or at the wrong thing. Anyway, so I was like, okay, I'm between the MX Master 3 or 4. 4 is obviously the newest one. And I went and I was just standing. So this is how I was testing the mice. I was just mindlessly standing at the counter where all the mice are, and I'm just going, I don't really like that one. New mouse. For like, I'm not kidding, like probably 30 minutes. I'm standing there for 30 minutes, mindlessly micing around. And, you know, it is a little embarrassing considering there were quite a few employees passing me by, looking at me, trying to figure out if I knew what I was doing. Maybe trying to figure out what was I doing. And you know what? Like, you gotta do what you gotta do, okay? You know what I mean? I can't take it. I'm not gonna fucking buy 3, take them home, try it at my desk, and then go back. Are you kidding me? I'm not going back. I'm not returning shit. So I spend 30 minutes of my life in that Best Buy where I wanted to die after every person I talked to. Besides one person, he was very nice. He was the one that I made look for an open box that there wasn't any. And so it was a long day, but there was a Best Buy that I saw online that had the model that I wanted. And thus I said, okay, I'll go to this Best Buy. It's really fucking far away, but I guess it's worth it if I can get the model that I want for open box super cheap. I go. I drive the fuck ass long commute. I get there. I go to the front desk. I say, hi, I see you have open box for this. May I have it? And they go, yes, we do have that, in fact, because I checked on the website right before I left. And I also tried to call the Best Buy, but Best Buy just doesn't automatically connect to the direct store because it's fucking AI. I don't know what it is. It's robot time when you call Best Buy. So I'm like, okay, I'll just go in and I'll see, I don't know, maybe it'll be worth it to just get it in my hands right now. Because if you're buying stuff open box, it's always better to look at it before you buy. So I go and they are like, yes, we can get it. And they go and they run away. They skitter away to go get it. Okay. They're trying to find it. It has now been 10 minutes. The dude returns and says, I'm looking for it. It's not in the spots I thought it was at. I'm going to go see if someone else could help me, and I'm going to go do that. So then he goes and gets another dude, and then they start to ponder around the store, and they're walking around another 15 minutes, and they come back, and they say, it is not here. I'm like, what do you mean? It wasn't sold? No, it wasn't sold. It's just not here. We don't know where it is. I say, okay, that's totally fine. That is so fine. Awesome. Great. Do you guys have maybe anything like more information on the tablets or some shit so I don't waste my time being here? And the dude that helped him out came and talked to me. He was a Samsung representative, of course, because I had mentioned I was thinking about getting an iPad, and he said, don't worry, I got this. And was like, iPads are, they don't have as good processing as the Samsungs. That's not necessarily true. A lot of the tests don't show that to be accurate. And also they are better overall than iPads, so you should get a Samsung. And I said, okay, well, I am interested in the Samsung anyway, which is fine, because I already wanted it. You know, like, I saw like some stuff online about like the S11 not having a reflective coating. And he said, that's only the S11 that has it. I say, That's not true. I don't say that. I'm being nice. I say, oh, that is so weird. I must have misread something. Went home, checked it online. He's a fucking liar. And I said, okay. And now before this, I talked about wanting a different device than the S11. I don't want the newest one because it's really expensive and not a lot of optimized new things they added to it. So I said, okay, I'll go for the S10. And he said, I have been a Samsung tablet user for a very long time. 5 years. I use it for college. And I say, you're fucking young. And I say... No, I don't say that to him. I say, oh, wow, that's really cool. That's awesome to hear. He's like, yeah, I have this S8. I'm actually selling it. I say, okay, for how much? He says, $800. I say, did you know the S10 open box is actually $700? You're trying to send me a model. You're trying to sell me a model that you say has scratches and blemishes on it. That is an S8, multiple models before the one I want. For $800, more expensive than the newer model. Are you kidding me? And he's very nice. And I'm like, I am okay. And then what I do is I go on Best Buy. I scroll to the open box of the one I want that I had to order online. And I show him that it's $700. $100 less than his S8 he's trying to sell. And I say, see, I think I'm okay. So maybe the next time he tries that on a random ass fucking person that he thinks doesn't know what they're talking about, maybe he'll be able to get away with it if he drops the price maybe to, I don't know. Honestly, you should do 500. So anyway, I was like, okay, cool. And he's showing me all the ways that he uses his Samsung tablet. And this is the part where, I don't know, maybe he's just flexing. And he's just like, yeah, so this is how I use the notes. And the AI automatically does this, this, and this. I'm like, how interesting. Okay. Maybe that is more helpful for you in learning, I guess. And why not? Maybe it is. And because it like summarizes and shit. And he's like, check this out. So you see how it does this? He's showing me fucking physics math equations. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? What are you showing me? And he's like, oh, this is just a little thing I was doing in class. I'm like, bro, what is wrong with you? Look at all that math. I don't want to fucking look at that shit. He's like, oh yeah, I'm in my for my second degree. Or third, I don't know. He said he already had 2 degrees. And I was like, yeah, I got out of college. And I said, fuck no. And I left. So it's really great that you're in there doing some wonderful things. And then I left. And it was really funny because I was like, yeah, it's a huge shame you guys didn't have open box here because I drove like a really fuck ass long time to get here. And he's like, oh, well, if you ever need any help besides that, I'm always here. I'm like, I'm going to drive all the way back here to get your advice when you were wrong so many times and tried to pretend like you were not wrong. Look, man, you're really nice. I'm not gonna do that. Again, really, really nice. Very, very kind. Just maybe confident in just not quite the right things. Maybe he needs to review a few of the products he's trying to sell. Anyway, but besides that, very, very nice. Overall, surprisingly, despite the fact that the Best Buy at the second store had lost the open box that was listed online and gave me incorrect information multiple times, still a better experience than the first Best Buy. I'm just gonna say, I think they just got bored. But W to Best Buy because I saw a lot of women with goth ass hair and a lot of piercings, and that is the first place I'm gonna go if I need to get hired. I have the look. Look, I have the look. I can do great as the cashier, okay? Who was also full of face piercings and had bright, vibrant hair, okay? I know where I belong, all right? Cashier right in front at Best Buy. They'll take me. Tattoos and all. I could probably have hand tattoos and they wouldn't care. You were checking them out? Fuck no. I said, your hair's really cute. And she said, I really like yours. And that is what I say to anyone that has cool colored hair, as should you. Red accents look great on you, by the way. Thank you. I don't love this lip color on me because it's too vibrant, but it did match with everything else. Anyway, so that has been my time at Best Buy. Not helpful besides getting the mouse, which I got myself. No one helped me with that. And then I just ended up buying it online anyway. I'm just having it shipped to me, dog. It's just shipping to me. I didn't have to go to either store. Except for maybe for the mouse. I didn't have to do any of that. It was such a huge waste of time. But you know what? At least I got to use it for stream. That's what I kept thinking the whole time. They lost the fucking tablet in the store somehow. I don't know fucking how. And I'll just tell everybody on stream and then it'll all be worth it. It will all be worth it. You could have shopped on Amazon. I wanted to physically see it. I wanted to test out the features. I wanted to see how it worked. Whatever. If it sucks when I get it, I'm taking it back to the store. Maybe go to a different Best Buy location than the first one I went to. But, you know, you're very good at telling stories. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's hard to make going to Best Buy sound interesting. But I do